How's it going, everybody? My name is Philip, and today we're going to be reacting to I Still Call Australia Home. Now, I guess this was an advertisement by Qantas. Qantas? I don't know how to fully say that name. But apparently, it was like kind of a... The way I see it is it reminds me kind of how years back during the... whatchamacallit, during the Super Bowl. And yes, I did have a hard time remembering what it was called because I don't give a shit about the sport, that sport specifically, or that tournament, that final, where like it was America the Beautiful song or something like that, and it goes through like a lot of pretty pictures, and it was like a beer commercial or something like that, I think. I don't know. Anyways, just from the first glimpse of of what is on the screen, I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of, but it is, and I'm sure this is better from what I've heard. There's a lot of other stuff onto it, but I've slowly but surely have kind of fallen in love with Australia and New Zealand over this year of doing YouTube. Almost year, actually. It'll be a year in a month and a half, I think, about maybe 2 months. So I'm excited. It's almost a full year on YouTube, and I've done more than I've ever thought I could, which is insane. And it's all thanks to you guys. I 100% appreciate it. So I still call I'm sorry. I still call Australia home. So let's check it out. Ooh. I like that already.
Cities that never close down, from New York to Rome and old London town.
Oh, no.
No matter how far or how wide I go, I still call Australia.
Hey.
So I keep leaving the sun and the sea.
Ooh, that looks nice.
My heart lies waiting over the phone. I still call Australia home. All the sons and daughters sing around the world, away from their family and friends.
I miss you. Can't wait to see you.
It's actually kind of cool. Damn, that's super rare. That was very lovely. I was actually kind of caught off guard with Kylie Minogue. I don't listen to a lot of her music, but I obviously know of her. Obviously, well, okay, not obviously, but I remember I watched. It was one of the Christmas specials of David Tennant's run on Doctor Who, and she was on there, and I didn't realize that was her. I was like, holy shit, that woman is beautiful. So I looked her up. It's like, oh, that was Kylie Minogue. Obviously, I knew that Hugh Jackman was in it. They someone mentioned it when they commented about this, but it was very beautiful, and I really liked it. It was also interesting because there was another one that they uploaded 12 years ago, and that has obviously a lot less. Well, okay, not a lot less views, but it has less views, and so. Again, I don't know if that was the original one that they wanted me to see, but I could actually, that one's also 2 minutes. You know what? Let's do both of them in this one video. So let's check out the one that happened 12 years ago, actually. So here we go. There we go. See, this is what I kind of expected I would hear from the first. That looks really nice. That looks so cool. That was actually really nice. I do have to say, one thing that I've noticed more recently, especially with watching a lot of the AFL stuff and whatnot, is that Australia tends to you guys seem to show more respect and have a little bit more recognition towards the natives. You know, the people that are ancestors of the natives of the land that you've kind of taken over. I've noticed that, especially after watching the grand final in the AFL last season. Back when I was originally starting to get into the sport, I watched the grand final, and I saw there's like a little ceremony, like blessing the game or blessing the ground or something for the game and whatnot. And I think I've noticed a little bit more of that here and there throughout my watching of Australia and stuff, and for one, I think that's absolutely great, because here in the U.S. we don't do that at all. Like, people still call them Indians instead of Native Americans. People, you know, we don't. I mean, as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that we do for them other than like, hey, you get free stuff you get free tuition if you apply to a college. I think that's what I heard, or you're more highly picked for a job. Maybe is apparent. That's what I was told. It's like So another thing though is my mom. She swears that I'm part Native American because of her dad, my grandfather, but you just never can prove it, I guess, or something. But she swears up and down. And there's one moment when I was applying for a job, and you know how you pick like your ethnicity? I put white and / Caucasian because obviously I don't look Mexican at all. I'm half Mexican, and she was like, "You know, you could probably put Native American." I'm like, "No. Why would it? Well, because your grandfather, my father is part Native American. It doesn't matter. I'm not doing that." She basically said if you do that, then you'll have a higher chance of getting hired or going in for interview. See, the problem with that is they see that and they're like, okay, let's call him in for an interview, and this walks in. Like, what do you think they're gonna believe me? Even if I put like Mexican, they're like, yo, they're gonna speak to me in Spanish. I'm like, no, Spanish. Sorry, no español. Lo siento. Like, I don't speak Spanish. You know? So it's like, I felt awkward. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that at all. I don't think my mom's ever done it as well. But, and even still, even if I'm like 5% Native American, I'm not going to run around and be like, yo, I'm 5% Native American. Suck it. You hurt my ancestors, you son of a, you know? I hate it when people literally go around, oh, I'm 5% black. So you can say 5% of the N-word? Like, the fuck? Like, what? I don't understand. I don't understand why you're going to go around saying, I'm 5% of anything. Like, who cares? What is your majority? Like, you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Pacific Islander, like, Native American, Native Australian? Like, I know that there's an actual word, not a racist word, but there's an actual word, like for what they are called, and I don't know what it is. I remember hearing it, but I don't know. And I hope the word that I heard was not the, like, because you know how the N word is a big one here in the U.S. I'm just gonna leave it at the N word. Apparently there's another word in Australia for those natives that was given, and it's used as a derogatory term. So please don't put that in the comments. I won't know if you do or not, but I mean, please don't. But thanks for watching. Both of these was very lovely. I really liked the first one, especially because it showed Kylie Minogue, and I've had a crush on her for quite a while. I've noticed I have a crush on quite a good amount of Australian women. It helps. The accents help. Another reason for me to just move to Australia, right? Australia and New Zealand. Because apparently, if I become a native of, like an Australian citizen, I could still live in New Zealand or something like that, which is kind of cool. But, yeah, anyways. That's kind of cool. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more content just like this and other stuff, because I'm all over the place. So, subscribe for more. And I will see you guys later.